Hello, hello, hello! Good to see you again! I hope you're doing extremely well! Welcome back to this new video of the series How About Living In? Which brings us today to one of the most chic neighborhoods of Nice, the place to be for all fashion victims. If you are new on this channel, I am Fabrizio Carminati, and with my dream team at FRH, French Riviera House Hunting, we help more and more people to make their dream of moving into our beautiful region come true. Let's begin as usual with some news for FRH. First of all, I owe you an apology. I know I promised this video would be all about Saint-Tropez, and I'm really sorry to let you down on that. Like any business, FRH has its ups and downs. It's all part of the adventure of being an entrepreneur. Recently, we've been reorganizing our rentals department to make things run more smoothly and serve our clients even better. It's an exciting step forward, but it's also taken up a lot of time. That's why I haven't been able to film the Saint-Tropez video just yet, but don't worry, we'll do it soon. Now for some great news. The FRH team is growing. I'm thrilled to introduce two new team members, Marge Roberts and Oliver Cannon. Marge, originally from the US, moved to Nice with her partner from Washington, D.C. after a decade in the consulting industry. Oliver relocated from Ontario, Canada with his family, bringing years of experience in real estate investment and a keen eye for opportunities here in Nice. And here's the coolest part. Both Marge and Oliver were once FRH clients. My team and I helped them find their dream home in Nice, and they loved the experience so much and shared our values so deeply that they decided to join us on this journey. I couldn't be happier. So if you're looking for your perfect home on the French Riviera, Marge and Oliver are here to help. Today we're in one of the most desirable neighborhoods in Nice. It's a perfect mix of residential charm and tourist appeal, where everything is within walking distance and well connected by public transport. With the sea just a few steps away, stunning historic residents, luxury buildings, beautiful public gardens, and a wide variety of shops, it's a dream spot for both locals and visitors. Welcome to the Carré d'Or! The Carré d'Or is located very close to the heart of the city. It is bounded to the north by Boulevard Victor Hugo, to the east by Boulevard Gambetta, to the west by Avenue Jean Médecin, and to the south by the iconic Promenade des Anglais. The Carré d'Or is renowned as an upscale neighborhood, not just for its elegant Belle Époque and Haussmann-style architecture, but also for the very exclusive boutiques it houses. Prestigious brands line the streets of Rue de la Liberté, Rue Alphonse Carre, Rue Longchamp, Rue Paradis and Avenue de Verdun, making it a true paradise for fashion lovers. The name comes from two key elements. First, as we've seen, the neighborhood is geographically a square defined by the straight roads that outlines its borders. And the gold? That part is easy to understand. It reflects the dazzling luxury of its renowned haute couture boutiques and the refined elegance of its grand palaces and hotels. The district is also known for its stunning late 19th and early 20th century buildings like those along Boulevard Victor Hugo, showcasing the best of Belle Époque and Art Deco architecture in Nice from 1895 to 1920. The Carré d'Or has a distinct character, atmosphere and lifestyle. It's no surprise that this prestigious area was recognized as part of Nice UNESCO listed heritage in July 2021. This neighborhood wasn't always known as the Carré d'Or. Its story begins right here at the Croix de Marbre, a monument with a history all its own, officially listed as a historic landmark since 1906. Back in 1538, Pope Paul III had grown weary of the wars that had plagued Italy since the 15th century, largely fueled by the French kings. Determined to put an end on the ongoing conflict, known as the Eighth Italian War, between the Kingdom of France and the Holy Roman Empire, he organized the Congress of Nice. This high-profile peace meeting between Francis I of France and Charles Quint took place on neutral ground. The chosen venue was the convent of Holy Cross, whose exact location remains uncertain, but was likely nearby. On June 18, 1538, the treaty was signed, and to commemorate the peace, a simple wooden cross was erected at the city's entrance along the Route de France, now Rue de France. Pope Paul III himself blessed the cross. But history has a sense of irony. Just 5 years later, in 1543, Nice was under siege. The wooden cross and the convent of Sainte-Croix were destroyed, blown apart by cannonballs fired by the Ottoman Turks, who, in a twist of fate, were allies of none other than Francis I, one of the very men who had signed the peace treaty. Quite a betrayal. The cross endured other misfortunes over the centuries, but the one standing here today is a later version, sculpted by Joseph Scheffer in 1880. In the mid-19th century, a marble cross gave its name to a small suburb between the mouth of the Paillon River and Magnan Valley, the earliest version of what we now call the Carré d'Or. Back then, the area was mostly farmland, dotted with a few rural homes. But it was already a favorite winter getaway for British tourists who had been flocking to Nice since the late 18th century. They even built a church in the neighborhood, and a bit further away, in the Cocat district, a cemetery. In 1854, the city council decided to develop and expand the suburb. However, the district's straight Haussmann-style layout only took shape after Nice became part of France in 1860. When talking about English people and winter tourism, we cannot fail to include the history of the Promenade des Anglais. At the beginning of the 19th century, the Prom was just an earthy path linking the right bank of the Paillon and the Croix de Marbre suburb. It was called the Englishman's Path because it was probably here that the British, wintering in Nice, came to get their dose of vitamin D, which they sorely lacked at home. Mercier Dupaty, lawyer and writer, wrote in Lettres sur l'Italie in 1785, "I saw some English women who were touching and even charming. On their arrival they were dying, they flourished again in the air of Nice." Moreover, the first work to widen and develop this promenade was paid for by English funds. In 1856, it reached as far as Magnan and was called Lungomare degli Inglesi. Yes, at that time, the official language of Nice was Italian because the city was part of the Kingdom of Sardinia. The boom of leisure travel gave birth to tourism in Nice. In 1787, there was around 100 foreign families staying in Nice, but there were no hotels. The wealthy families of winter visitors stayed in villas that they've owned or rented. It is therefore from that time onwards a new form of accommodation appears, the hotel for travelers. But the Grand Hotel, Les Palaces, with the opulent splendor, arrived a little later, between 1860 and 1914. And so we come to the Carré d'Or seafront, which also exudes richness and elegance with some of its finest palaces. In fact, 5 of the 9 hotels labeled Nice Hôtel Historique are located in the Carré d'Or. The Hotel Boscolo Exedra, Boulevard Victor Hugo, the Westminster and Negresco, Promenade des Anglais, the Hotel Grimaldi, Rue Grimaldi, and the Hotel Villa Rivoli, Rue Rivoli. I'm sitting on the famous, worldwide famous chaise bleue of the Promenade des Anglais. Very, very well-known chaise bleue. Among the prestigious landmarks that make the Promenade des Anglais truly unique, the Masséna Museum stands out as a jewel of history and architecture. Victor Masséna, Prince of Essling and Duke of Rivoli, envisioned a grand holiday villa on the Nice seafront. Inspired by his admiration for the Rothschild Villa in Cannes and the grandeur of Italian neoclassical estates, he commissioned architects Hans-Georg Tössling and Aaron Messia to bring his vision to life. Completed in 1901, the villa is a masterpiece blending neoclassical elegance with subtle Empire style influences, a tribute to Napoleon Bonaparte, to whom the Masséna family owed its titles and prestige. The exquisite gardens designed by renowned botanist Edouard André provide the perfect finishing touch to this remarkable estate. In 1919, Victor Masséna's son, André, donated the property to the city of Nice under the condition that it be transformed into a museum and its gardens opened to the public. The Masséna Museum was inaugurated in 1921 and has since been dedicated to the history of Nice, spanning from the First Empire to the end of the Belle Époque. Its rooms showcase magnificent Empire-style furniture and objets d'art, while also hosting temporary exhibitions focused on figurative art. So what is it like to live in the Carré? Start your day with a delicious breakfast at Balthazar, overlooking the Promenade des Anglais. For your commute, hop on tram line at Villa Masséna or line 2 at Alsace-Lorraine, or take a bus along the Promenade des Anglais. For a business lunch, the restaurant at the Westminster Hotel, also on the Promenade, offers an excellent setting. Then it's back to work. If you're a digital nomad, you'll find plenty of co-working spaces in the Carré, such as Paradigme or Le Labo. Alternatively, you can settle into the welcoming common areas of hotels, like the bar at the Méridien. After a productive day, treat yourself to a well-earned break at Edmond Café, known for its delicious desserts. As evening approaches, enjoy some shopping at boutique stores or Galeries Lafayette. Then, unwind with an aperitif at the stylish bar of the J Hotel, the perfect way to end the day. The Carré offers everything within easy reach, including essential services. Families will appreciate the proximity of around 10 schools within a 10-minute walk, including a high school and a music school right in the heart of the neighborhood. For higher education, the Faculty of Law and Political Science is just 20 minutes away by public transport, while the Faculty of Arts is only 5 minutes further. Healthcare is also conveniently accessible with L'Enval Hospital, located nearby on the Promenade des Anglais, and Parc Impérial Clinic, just a 10 minutes drive away. Now that we have explored this historic and elegant neighborhood, let's talk about real estate. As you may have already guessed, property prices here are among the highest in Nice. The average price per square meter is around 6,860 euros, but can easily rise to 8,000 euros near Place Masséna and up to 10,000 euros along the Promenade des Anglais. Houses are almost non-existent in this area, and when they do appear on the market, their rarity makes them prohibitively expensive. Not many houses in this neighborhood, so let's see what kind of apartments you can find. This two-bedroom apartment of 73 square meters with a nice outdoor space, sold by 5-star agency at a price of 480,000 euros, or a very reasonable price of around 6,500 euros per square meter, pretty rare in the neighborhood. I don't know if you heard, but that was the canon. Anyway, I will explain that later. Or this other two-bedroom apartment of 64 square meters, smaller but fully renovated, each bedroom with shower room, on the last floor with a nice street view, sold by Pax Avenue at 698,000 euros, or almost 10,100 euros per square meter. Or this larger 3-bedroom, very charming apartment with its original parquet, moldings and chimneys, needing some renovation works though, of 141 square meters, located close to the Negresco, offering also 2 bathrooms and office space, sold by Horus Immo at 1,090,000 euros, or around 7,700 euros per square meter. And finally, this 2-bedroom apartment located on the Promenade des Anglais, of course with a full sea view, needing also at least some decoration works, sold by Keller Williams Sunset Promenade at 1,272,000 euros for 104 square meter, or approximately 12,200 euros per square meter. And now it's tip time! Married or not, what difference does it make when purchasing a property in France? If you are married and want your spouse to inherit your entire estate, you need to take specific legal steps. This could include setting up a French marriage contract or using inheritance planning tools such as the European Succession Regulation. If you're buying a property with friends or unrelated individuals, consider purchasing through a Société Civile Immobilière, SCI, a type of property holding company in France. The advantages of buying through an SCA: first, it simplifies property purchases among unrelated buyers. It ensures stability and continuity in family property ownership. It facilitates property transfers. It helps bypass restrictive French inheritance laws, and it protects the family home from business creditors. Want to learn more about SCIs? DM us. Our team, along with our lawyer and notaries, can help you make the right choice. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give a thumb up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay tuned. Next time, we'll be exploring the charming village of Valbonne. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.